Happy morning to all. Yesterday we are discussing about already here dinitrogen preparation method, properties, and uses of dinitrogen already we are seeing. And today we are going to discussing about here ammonia. Ammonia, how can you manufacturing industrial method, and what are the uses of ammonia, and what are the properties is presenting there. So that concept today we are going to discussing there. So let us see that. Yes. So urea and all, if you are ammonia and all, if you are getting a larger quantity, means we have to use Haber process. And by using these some other methods, like by using some other methods, mean we are getting very smaller quantity of ammonia we can producing is takes place. So how can you prepare here smaller quantity of ammonia, means by using some methods. Let us see that. First one is urea. Urea is nothing but structural formation. How we are expressing means NH2 C double bond O NH2. So this is urea chemical formation. Urea structure how we are writing means this is a formation NH2 C double bond O NH2. So urea, if you are treated with the water molecule, hydrolysis if you are treated means to form ammonium carbonate is forming. Ammonium carbonate NH4 twice CO3 ammonium carbonate is forming. This forming ammonium carbonate is an intermediate compound. This ammonium carbonate further it will be decomposing is takes place to produce ammonia is producing water molecule and carbon dioxide gas is releasing there. So ammonium carbonate further decomposing means it will give three components will be forming there. Ammonia, water molecule and carbon dioxide is producing. So by using this method, what happen means very smaller quantity of ammonia we can producing is takes place. Let us see that second method. Ammonium chloride while react with the calcium hydroxide means to form ammonia plus water molecule plus calcium chloride is forming. Ammonium chloride while react with calcium hydroxide means to form ammonia plus water molecule plus calcium chloride we are getting there. And third method is ammonium sulfate NH4 twice SO4 is called ammonium sulfate. Ammonium sulfate while reacting with sodium hydroxide NaOH is reacting means to produce ammonia is producing NH3 is producing plus water molecule plus sodium sulfate will be forming Na2SO4, right? So by using these three methods we will get only smaller quantity of ammonia we can get it. And if you want here larger quantity of ammonia if you want to get means by using Haber process we are going to using there. Let us see that. Ammonia under larger quantity if you are getting means how we are getting means just look at here. So nitrogen while react with 3 moles of hydrogen gas, 2 forms 2 moles of ammonia will be producing, right? 1 mole of nitrogen gas while react with 3 moles of hydrogen gas, 2 forms 2 moles of ammonia is producing. So this process is called Haber's process. So that means the total change in enthalpy, that means delta H value how much you are getting means minus 46.1 kilojoule per mole amount of heat energy will be releasing is takes place. So during this Haber process, how much energy will be releasing is takes place means minus 46.1 kilojoule per mole amount of heat energy is releasing. So this process is called exothermic process. One of the reaction exothermic process, like that we are calling there, right? Next thing is, so what are the major conditions are presenting is takes place? What are the major optimum conditions you are using in this process means? So temperature you have to maintain up to here 700 Kelvin temperature you are going to maintaining. 700 Kelvin temperature must be need, and pressure how much we are going to supposed to maintaining means 200 atmosphere pressure we are maintaining. If you are converting into pascals means 200 into 10 power 5 kilopascals. Kilopascal, like that we are expressing there. Sorry, not kilopascal. So pascals if you are expressing 200 into 10 power 5 pascals pressure we have to maintaining. And what is the catalyst we are using in this method means, catalyst we are supposed to using means Fe2O3, iron oxide is acting like one of the catalyst. Iron oxide is acting like one of the catalyst, and along with the catalyst small quantities of K2O and Al2O3 we must be adding. K2O and Al2O3, aluminum oxide, must be adding. So what is the use of this aluminum oxide and K2O means? So it will increase the rate of attainment of equilibrium. So the reaction very fastly attaining at equilibrium purpose you are adding these two components, K2O and Al2O3. If you are adding mean the reaction should be very fastly reaches to this equilibrium state. That purpose you are adding smaller quantities of Al2O3 and K2O we are going to adding there. And during this reaction, what is the catalyst, what is the promoter we are using? Very important, promoter. What promoter we are using means molybdenum is acting like one of the promoter. Molybdenum is acting like one of the promoter. It will promote the chemical reaction. That means reactants will be converting into product very fastly. So it will promote the reaction. Promoting is nothing but speed up. So speed upping of chemical reaction takes place if you are adding that promoter. And catalyst initially what you are adding means here iron they are using there. Initially what is the catalyst they are using me? Iron they are using there. So but nowadays what you are using, iron oxide also we are using there, right? So this is about here Haber's process. Very important question, 5 mark question they will asking for the exam point of view, right? So what is Haber process? Ammonia how can you manufacture industrially? And sometimes they asking what are the optimum conditions for the Haber process to manufacturing of ammonia. Like that, very important question. All these conditions are must and shouldly have to write. So what are the reactions are there? Just once again see that. Once again I will overall explain. So 1 mole of nitrogen is reacted with 3 moles of hydrogen gas to form 2 moles of ammonia is producing. So during this chemical reaction how much amount of energy is releasing means minus 46.1 kilojoule per mole amount of heat energy is releasing. And this reaction is called as exothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction. So that means heat energy is releasing is takes place. So that's why we call as exothermic reaction. And during this chemical reaction, what are the optimum conditions you have to maintaining means temperature you are going to maintaining up to 700 Kelvin temperature you have to maintaining, and pressure up to 200 atmosphere pressure you have to maintaining, and catalyst using like iron oxide. Iron oxide is acting like one of the catalyst, and along with the catalyst you have to add K2O, potassium oxide, and aluminum oxide we are adding. So why you are adding these two oxides means it will increase the attainment of equilibrium. So that means reactants and products are very fastly it will attaining that equilibrium state. So that purpose we are adding smaller quantities of aluminum oxide and potassium oxide we are adding there. And what is the promoter we are using in this reaction means molybdenum. So molybdenum is acting like one of the promoter. So this is about here Haber's process. By using this Haber process we can prepare larger scale of ammonia, we can easily preparing is takes place. So let us see that once what they given in this explanation, we will follow that explanation part what they given we will see there. In accordance with the Le-Chatelier principle. So Le-Chatelier principle what it will states means at a low temperature and at a high pressure, at low temperature and high pressure you are applying means we can easily convert gaseous components into liquid, state. So this principle will be working for that gases will be converting into liquids. How we are converting means here gases and all you are highly you are compressing is applying means gases we can easily converting into liquid formation. So this is called as Le-Chatelier principle will be working is takes place, right? Let us see that. At a high pressure would favor the formation of ammonia. So the optimum conditions for the production of ammonia are a pressure of 200 into 10 power 5 Pascal pressure we are supposed to maintaining, and a temperature up to 700 Kelvin temperature must be applying. And what is the catalyst you are using me? Iron oxide. Iron oxide is acting like one of the catalyst, and along with the small quantities of K2O and Al2O3 will be adding. So what is the use of this K2O and Al2O3 means to increase the rate of attainment of equilibrium. Is takes place. So what is the catalyst we are using in this method means iron was used as a catalyst with the molybdenum acting like here promoter. Iron is acting like one of the catalyst and molybdenum is acting like one of the promoter, like that it will be working there. So this is about here Haber's process. So once again we will see that let us see that diagram. So diagrammatically how we are going to explaining there, once again see that. Yes, let us see the diagram once, all of you once. So here what you are taken means there are two gaseous components you are taken. One is hydrogen gas and another one is called nitrogen gas. Hydrogen and nitrogen, the two gases you are pumping inside that apparatus. So nitrogen gas and hydrogen gas you are allowing inside, and these two gases will be reaching at this compressor chamber, it will be reaching this takes place. So inside that compressor how much pressure you are supposed to maintaining means 200 atmosphere pressure you are maintaining inside. 200 atmosphere pressure you are maintaining inside means so that gases and all what happen me here compressing is takes place. After compressing what happen mean the gaseous components will be moving towards your catalyst chamber. So what are the catalysts we are using in this method means iron oxide Fe2O3 is acting like here one of the catalyst, and along with K2O potassium oxide and aluminum oxide. Potassium oxide and aluminum oxide both are acting like here one of the catalyst one is small quantity of your K2O and Al2O3 we are adding in this process, and it will increase the attainment of equilibrium attainment purpose. These two components we are adding is takes place. So inside how much temperature you are maintaining means 700 Kelvin temperature you are maintaining means, so that nitrogen gas and hydrogen gas, both the components will be combining is takes place. Two forms here ammonia will be producing. So here producing ammonia, further what happen means it will be liquefying is takes place and collecting at this chamber. Liquid ammonia and all we are collecting in separate chamber, we are collecting there. And along with the liquid ammonia, non-liquefied gases like nitrogen and hydrogen gases components will be there means. So that gases again what happen, it will be moving towards your upward direction and it will be entering inside that pump. So pump, what is the duty means, pump will be always it will be forwarding is takes place. Forwarding is nothing but where it will be forwarding means, so that compressed air inside what happen, this pump is always it will be allowing is takes place. So this non-liquefied gases and along with the compressed air both will be combining is takes place, and most probably the gases what happen means easily it will be liquefying is takes place. So that means this process and all what happen mean number of times you are doing means automatically the gases components will be easily liquefying is takes place, and we can get here larger quantity of ammonia we can easily get it. So this is called as Haber's process. So let us see that once what are the properties are there. What are the properties of your Haber process? So just all of you see that Haber's process. Ammonia is a colorless gas with a pungent odor. Ammonia is a colorless gas with a pungent odor smell is comes there. Its freezing and boiling points are 198.4 and 239.7 kelvins is present. So its freezing point is 198.4 and its boiling point is 239.7 kelvins is present. In the solid and liquid states, it is associated with the hydrogen bonds as in the case of water. So water molecule, how it is hydrogen bonding is existing, same like ammonia also here liquid formation or solid formation, both the states what happen means hydrogen bonding is presenting. So let us see the diagram once. So this ammonia, what is the shape is presenting means looking like that, geometry is looking like that. So totally in this ammonium geometry, totally how many bond pairs is presenting means 3 bond pair of electrons is presenting, 3 bond pair of electrons is presenting, and 1 lone pair of electron is presenting is takes place. So 3 bond pairs and 1 lone pair of electron is presenting in ammonia molecule. So that lone pair of electron where you are representing means that lone pair of electron should be expressing at this apex of this nitrogen. So at the top of this nitrogen atom you are placing is takes place. So this is about here ammonia molecule geometry. That means so 3 bond pairs is presenting, these are the 3 bond pair of electrons and 1 lone pair of electron we are placing at this top of this apex of this nitrogen. So next one see there, and this one nitrogen to hydrogen, what is the bond length is presenting means 101.7 picometer is presenting is takes place. 101.7 picometer bond length is presenting is takes place. And what is the bond angle is presenting between here two hydrogen atom means, so what is the bond angle is presenting in between the two hydrogen atoms means 107.8 degrees is presenting is takes place. Its bond length is 101.7 picometer is present and its bond angle is 107.8 degrees is presenting. So this is about here geometry of ammonia molecule. So this ammonia molecule, what is the shape is presenting means, so shape of the ammonia molecule is called as trigonal pyramidal shape is presenting. Trigonal pyramidal shape is presenting. And geometry, what you call mean trigonal pyramidal shape is presenting. Nitrogen to hydrogen, what is the bond angle is bond length is presenting me 101.7 picometer is present, and bond angle is 107.8 degrees is presenting there. So this is about your geometry of your ammonia molecule. Let us see that once explanation we will see there. Yes, right. So in the solid state or in a liquid state, what happen means they will exhibiting like here. So hydrogen bonding is takes place like water molecule. This nitrogen, this ammonia also what happen means hydrogen bonding is takes place. So for this melting and boiling points, what happen means higher melting and boiling points it will exhibiting is takes place. Higher melting and boiling points is exhibiting is takes place. The ammonia molecule has shape is what you call means here trigonal pyramidal shape is presenting there. Trigonal pyramidal shape is present. And next one is yes. So already we mentioned that how many bond pair of electrons is there mean there are 3 bond pair of electrons is present and 1 lone pair of electron is presenting is takes place. So ammonia generally what happen means it is highly soluble in water. Ammonia molecule what happen highly soluble in water. This ammonia molecule while soluble in water means to produce ammonium ion and hydroxide ion is forming is takes place. Ammonia molecule while dissolving in water means to produce ammonium hydroxide ions will be forming there, and along with this ammonium hydroxides it forms ammonium salts and with the acids also forming. Ammonium salts with acids also forming is takes place, like as ammonium chloride, ammonium sulfate. Ammonium chloride and ammonium sulfate like other salts also it will be forming is takes place. So tomorrow class we will see these remaining points, ammonium salts, chemical reactions, and next one what is the brown precipitate formation, how these compounds will be forming there, and what are the uses of ammonia is presenting there, and oxides of nitrogen. Tomorrow class we are going to see there, right. This question is very important for the public exam point of view. So everyone must and should have to read out this question, and conditions and diagram also very important. Sometime they will ask here draw the diagram for this ammonia manufacturing, like that also they will asking you. So diagram and next conditions are very important, and along with this preparation methods, smaller quantity preparation methods as well as larger scale Haber process and all very important. So everyone must and should have to learn this question. Exam point of view very important. Number of times he is asking in public exams. So either 1 mark questions also these conditions are very important. So don't neglect anyone. So kindly read everyone. If you have any doubts is there regarding this concept, so kindly inform to me. So remaining points and all tomorrow class we are going to seeing there. So thank you, have a nice day. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you all.